So this video is going to be slightly different. As you know, 2 videos ago we had a bit of a disaster with the camper van, and we managed to, well, I managed, because I'm the one driving, rip off the corner of the rear bumper. So in this vlog we're going to be basically repairing it. What I need to do is take it back off, put on one of the light cable connectors, a new one, and then it looks like someone smashed it off before, because where all the screws, where the light's screwed in to the wall of the camper van, which is made out of fiberglass, there's hose everywhere, so I can't get it fixed there now. So the plan is to take it off, put a bit more fiberglass in there, make it a nice solid flat surface, and then screw back in. Right, we've got everything we need: brushes, resin, fiberglass, some acetone, which is actually nail polish remover. Brushes are cheap, $1.50, 3 brushes, perfect. Got some normal polyester resin, pre-accelerated, and we do have some hardener as well, just a small amount, you don't need a lot. A little bit of gel coat, which we won't need, but I did use that to do a little repair in the shower, the previous owners. And a little bit of fiberglass. Plan is to take this corner off, fiberglass in behind here and here, and this side. This side was already damaged when we bought this van, but we do have a new panel, so this one will be going on. We'll get rid of the old horrible silicone, and we'll put this nice black seal around the edge. So the plan, the back end of the camper van will look nice again. Right, we're ready to rock and roll. First job is to take these screws out. They've gone in at, I've whacked them in at a bit of an angle, because I, as you know, couldn't get fixing. So that's the whole idea of taking this off and putting it back together. So yeah, let's put that in hyper mode. Okay, so now that the bumper's off, we can see what we've got. And if you look, you can see there's several. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hose there, 3, 5, 4, massive hole there. So whoever had this camper van before, it's either been bodged from the factory, or it's been off and then back on. I don't know whether that's no, that's just a bit of tape on there. So we're going to clean this up, move these cables out of the way, take this piece off. Might be able to stick that back on the bumper, fill these holes in, sand up the area, let it cure off, and then get a nice fixing. That's the plan. Okay, so we've cleaned up the area. I've given it a little sand with some 80 grit sandpaper. Now just drying it off now, because fiberglass and water just do not mix, so make sure you've got a nice dry surface. And then we'll prep some fiberglass and we'll get that on there. Nice and warm now, so it shouldn't take too long to cure off. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the fiberglass and just, rather than cut it, which will give you a bit of a square edge, I'm just going to tear it, just small pieces, that sort of size, just enough to go over each hole. We'll put a couple of layers on that, and then we'll put one strip straight over the top of that. and that should make it super strong. So if you don't know, fiberglass can be quite itchy, so I'd recommend just wearing a pair of gloves like this, or rubber gloves, and safety glasses when you're mixing up, just in case you get a bit of splashback in your face. I don't have any safety glasses. Sunglasses, better than nothing. Okay, so we're just at the stage now where I've poured out a little bit of resin and added some catalyst. Normally you'd go 1-2% based on volume, so let's say a full kilo, that would be 10 to 20 ml of hardener. I've not weighed this out or measured anything. I've got enough experience to know roughly what's the right amount there. So next stage now is to wet out this area with a bit of resin, and then start applying the matting and then the resin over the top of that, and then just try and get a nice smooth flat finish. So we've got a good 3 layers of fiberglass on there, and my method now is just to make sure that matting is thoroughly wet out, especially where the hose are originally, because we're going to be going in that area. And then air bubbles, make sure there's no air bubbles, just get it looking nice and smooth, no sticky up bits. And the resin, once it starts to go like a tan colour, this particular resin, it started off blue, you know it's going through that curing process, so you ain't got much longer before it's going to flash off and go nice and hard. So I'm happy with the way this is looking now. I can barely see the strands of fiberglass, so that's telling me the resin's breaking down the matting. Going to finalise with a nice thin layer of resin just to get a nice smooth surface. And I wasn't going to use the gel coat, but I'm actually going to go over the top of that just so it looks nice. I know you can't see it, but if anyone did ever take the bumper off, you can see that the repair has been attempted reasonably well. That's it, so we'll let that cure off now. Grab a coffee and we'll be back for the second phase, which will be light sanding, a little bit of a white with acetone, and then we'll put a nice layer of that gel coat on there. Okay, so this seems like a perfect opportunity now, while we're on the subject of fiberglass, to mention composite roof supplies. Now, composite roof supplies, we're not sponsoring this video. It is my own business and it's based in England. So if you do have a problem with a flat roof, because that's what we specialise in, we're offering a 10% discount with coupon code 10OFF. There'll be a link in the description. Basically, we've put together very easy
packages for flat roofs based on the size. So there's kits, so you've got a roof 5, 10, 15, 20, right up to 100 square metres. There'll be a kit available. So for fiberglass, everything you need will be in that kit to finish that roof. There's instructions on their website, there's user guides that we email you, so it's very simple. There's support via direct message through myself or email. So we try and make the whole process as easy and as simple as possible when you've got a problem with a flat roof. There's various kits, there's full installation kits, there's simple repair kits where you can go straight over felt, whole host of products.
Check out the website www.fiberglassroofingkits.co.uk. Right, it's gone off lovely now, look, nice and hard. That's ready for a nice little coat of white gel coat. Just blend it in a little bit better. Same process applies with gel coat, 1-2%, give it a really good mix. Apply it no more than 1 mil thick, let it flash off, job done. So the old gel coat resin that was in your pot, once that's cured off, all you got to do peel it out, your pot will be good as new again, ready to rock and roll. Not a lot left of this, so I'm just going to mix up in the tin, give that a good mix, and then the whole tin can go in the bin. Then what you can do is throw away the gel coat tin which is not fully cured, because you just can't put that in the bin for obvious reasons. That's all gel coat done. Got a nice surface now. While that's curing off, we'll take this side off, get rid of all this horrible looking sealant, and we'll put the new panel on. Hopefully we get a good fixing on this side. Doesn't look great in there. Got a gap there, hopefully we can sort that out. And this back end should be looking nice. Smooth, does it? One of the screws on the side light, this one, it's a rusty mess, so now I'm going to try and get that off. Right, wish me luck. Drill it out. Bugger. Right, let's start again. Right, got in a little bit of a pickle there because of that screw. Fucking ball ache. Right, that's off, and it looks like this side's pretty much good to go. Straight off with the old, on with the new, which is happy days. Let's get it on. Right guys, we're getting somewhere now. So that's flashed off, all nice and hard. I've replaced some of these that got ripped off. Unfortunately, when the bumper got ripped off, we did lose one of the screws which holds the light in, so I'm going to have to try and get one of them from somewhere. This side's complete, looking nice, all nice and new. Just got to do the same on the other side, and that's us done. That's done. Another little job off the list. Not 100% perfect like factory, but at least we've got all new, apart from this side, which does have a little crack on it, but you can't see it because it's underneath. Muy bien, muy bien. Another job done. that's got another scratch in it. Okay, so while we're letting this flash off, this seems like a great opportunity to mention a little bit more about. Okay, so while that's flashing off, this seems like a perfect opportunity to mention a little bit more about. Okay, so while this is flashing off, for fuck's sake. Okay, so while that's curing, this seems like a great opportunity to mention a little bit more about myself. Okay, so while this is flashing off and drying nice and hard, this seems like a great opportunity to mention a little bit more about myself. And okay, so while this is flashing off, this seems like a great opportunity to mention a little bit more. For fuck's sake.